On Facebook, they have this thing where it will show you pictures from this season past each and every year. And I love this season because each and every year, as we approach Purim, there are pictures of my children and all the different costumes that they've worn over the year. And some of you know I particularly like to dress up. I like to dress up as Haman, but my children have been dressed up as something different each year. There's something so sweet about the way children seem transformed from the experience of dressing up as something different. Different aspects of their personality emerge, but inside their core, they are still the beautiful children that I love and adore, with the same values and the same value. I've noticed something about myself during these months of COVID. As we've been at home, I've dressed much less formally during the day. I'm sure it's the same with all of you. And while I would dress in a button down shirt and most often a tie to come to work every day in years past, I find it strange to dress in a suit only to walk into the guest bedroom and zoom my image out to the world. It makes me think of all the uniforms that we've placed to the side during this period of time. Uniforms that denote responsibility or status, that too often is a mask of the value or values that lie beneath the surface. It does raise the question in my mind how often we get stuck at the surface level with each other and judge simply based on the clothes we wear and whether we miss the blessings underneath. I think in this period of time, as we celebrated Purim, we might also think of the masks we wear. We're connected over Zoom or by phone, and everyone on the surface wants each other to believe we're okay, but beneath the surface, beneath the masks, so many are experiencing brokenness and sadness. In this week's Parsha, Tetzaveh, we examine the construction and institution of the Mishkan, the portable sanctuary that was the place of worship for the Israelites and the house of God among the people during the years of wandering in the wilderness. Parshat Tetzaveh specifically focuses on the Kohanim, the priests who perform the rituals and sacrifices on behalf of the people. Great detailed descriptions are given of the complex ritual garments of the Kohen Gadol, the high priest dressed in gold and adornments of precious stones. And the rabbis struggle with this portion. They don't understand why Moses isn't mentioned or why Moses is not given the mantle of priesthood instead of his brother. They particularly struggle with the concept of identity, positions, and honor in association with appearance. Rabbi Simon Schreiber of Krakow offers an explanation. He said, ordinary people tend to honor only those who are dressed in beautiful garments. It was for this reason that Moses was commanded to tell the children of Israel that the priestly robes were to be made for splendor and for beauty. That is, to enhance the dignity of the holders of priestly office who sustain a holy relationship through their ritual. But to those who were of wise heart, who would understand the deeper significance of the robes, Moses was to say that they were to make the garments. God's wisdom was with the garment makers. There's an old saying, clothes make the man. I don't think the rabbis believed this to be true. Though we as human beings are inclined to judge others by their appearance, their uniforms, and their jobs, and though we look at a person dressed in some sort of outfit representative of a job some might believe is menial, or too often we have been programmed to place a certain value on them based on our impressions of their outfit and identity, our Torah portion teaches us that we cannot measure the value of all of the roles people fill in our community. And like the wise outfit makers of old, it's possible that there are those who, through their actions and not their trappings, sustain our world and lend beauty to our days. Our Torah teaches that the ark, the holiest item of the Israelites, was covered with gold, not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. We might ask why. The answer is so that we may always be reminded that though we may be tempted to be impressed by the outer trappings, we must continue to look beyond to the gold that lies within. And sometimes that gold isn't beautiful in a traditional sense. Gold is heated and tempered and melted and broken from the mines and rocks from which it came. It is authentic and real. And though the dignity of which we carry ourselves can be golden in its appearance, so too can the inward world, the world of sadness, of tiredness, of loneliness and isolation and frustration and even despair. These can be representative of the beauty of our complicated humanity. These emotions, too, can be golden if they're experienced with authenticity and with understanding. There's much gold within. within our community and within our neighbors, within ourselves. And when we emerge from this experience, we may be putting our costumes and uniforms back on to meet each other and meet the world. Let us not be consumed with the trappings that hide what lies beneath. Rather, let us look at what lies beneath the surface and see what truly matters. Let us see with our hearts and not with our eyes. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.